Hey everybody, Halloween Matt here, and today I am back with another haunted house slash outdoor display video for the 2025 season. Now, as you can see, a ton of the animatronics have been set up, some of which I can demo, some of which I can't. I'll get to the ones I can't demo when I get to them. But I'm just going to start off and show the ones that have been set up. Night Stalker was actually the first one out of all the ones to be set up. So I can show him. He is on step pad. He actually has been acting very weird today, in which he'll just go off randomly. I don't know why. Let me know if you have that issue with not necessarily Night Stalker, but just any animatronic on step pad where it'll just go off randomly. But I can show him. Sometimes the step pad is hard to activate. There we go. His head is really loud. I don't have him on full volume, so that might be why, but... Okay. Now we have this guy, who I might be able to show. Let me see. Yeah, I can show him. He's going in the photo section. I should have mentioned this, but he'll be going in the cornfield section. I'm gonna turn him off before he goes again. Oh no. There we go. But he's cool. Here we have Man's Possessed Friend, who I can also demo. He's on step pad as well. He looks a lot better in person than he does on the camera. Once again, don't have him on full volume as well. So that's why his motor's probably super loud, but... both Man's Possessed Friend and Night Stalker will be on sensor in the actual haunted house. Unless I just decide to put them on step pad, but they're probably going to be on sensor. I might want to use the step pads in the front yard. But, there we have them. Here we have Lost Her Way, who I can't demo because she's on sensor and I don't feel like chasing her around to turn her off. Her sensor is super sensitive. If you own Lost Her Way, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Her sensor is super sensitive, and the littlest movement, when trying to turn her switch off, will set her off, and yeah, I just don't want to deal with that tonight. But here we have Nightcrawler, who I actually can demo. Unlike Night Stalker and Man's Possessed Friend, I actually do have him on prop remote, so I can demo him. Once again, not on full volume, but... And then the Hauntress box, who we actually do have set up, but she's in the front yard. I'll get to that in a minute. Now, real quick, before I move on, I just wanted to show a little bit of this. Not really much has changed over here. We may have moved a few things, I'm not 100% sure, but here we have a bird cage, which I started. This will be in the barn section, probably somewhere right over here. And got the bird cage. Last year, I don't think I actually put the bird legs on him last year. If you remember, this was the bedroom last year. And I don't remember putting the legs on him last year, so... I don't know why I didn't do that. It isn't like they don't fit. They do fit. The bird body and then the legs are two separate pieces. I don't think that they're meant to be two separate pieces, but mine probably broke, and that's why. But he's there. I'll have him in the barn section probably, just looking like a pet bird that the farmer has. And now moving on this way, we're actually going to go back this way. Oh, I did forget to show you. Hung this guy up. I don't know if he lights up. I'm pretty sure he does. Or, I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but I'll check that. Sorry for all the loud noises. This sounds like a plane, but thunder at the same time. I'm not getting any storms, so I know it can't be thunder. But here I have a bag of birds. a bag of crows, I guess you should say. Haven't taken them out of the bag yet because I don't know where I'm gonna put them. But I actually didn't realize, like, I was in the attic last night and I found these, or I should say my dad found them. Me and my dad were in the attic and my dad found these. And I didn't actually remember getting these, so I'm happy that I do have them because, you know, crows can work on farms, and I'm doing a farm team this year. I also got this out of the attic. I got this last year. I don't think I used it in the haunted house or outdoor display last year. I don't remember, though. But regardless, I can use this. I also have another one, which is, I believe, just a skull version of it. It's kind of tan and a skull version. But I don't know if I'll use the skull version. I probably will somewhere. But I'm using the pumpkin one. Don't know where in the haunted house yet, but I'll find a place for it. Might be in Man's Possessed Friends section. Now, as we go through this way, here's where we get into the lighting section, which motion light don't... No, the motion light came on. But here we have the orange lights. You guys have already seen this, but like I said, you really need to see them at night to get the full effect. And unfortunately, the motion light, we'll have to figure out something to do about that when the haunted house comes on. But these lights, like, they even look better in person than they do in the camera. And in the camera, they look amazing, in my opinion at least. So yeah, here you can actually kind of see them in the dark a little bit more. They actually do kind of remind me of like carnival lights, like lights that you would see in a carnival game. But especially they have the set flashing that kind of looks like it. But if you're actually wondering, I keep forgetting to mention this, but if you're wondering how this doesn't fall over, we actually have it tied back to the fence. So I keep forgetting to mention that, but I figured I'd mention it now. All right, now here we go to the front yard. I'm actually a lot more excited to show what's been done in the front yard, because when it comes to the backyard was just throwing props together. But here in the front yard, we actually got a lot of lighting done, and it looks a lot more complete. Here we have ghost projection, which I said I would show. And they're just shining on the garage. You even have some all the way up there. Can't really see it in the camera, though. Oh, wait, yeah, you can a little bit. Yeah, they're mostly shining on the garage. And then there's where the projector is. I believe I showed that already, but I'm not 100% sure. And then here we have some more lights on the house. Trying to see, we got an orange one and a purple one. You can't even really see the purple one on the camera. And then there's the plane I was talking about. But yeah, you can actually see the house a lot better in person than you can in the camera. But and now here we have the hauntress switches. So now before I get to showing that, I actually kind of did this because we were gonna have her on step pad, and we just set her up in the backyard, just to make sure that we set her up correctly and that she was working. We were gonna put her on step pad. I don't think that step pad works anymore. It's old. I think that would have been like my first ever step pad, like back all the way when I got Hugs, who was Hugs and Lost Her Way, who were my first two animatronics. Back when I was living at my old house. So, but it got beat up. I had a concrete driveway that I had Hugs in, and it got beat up. So I'm sure most of you know what my old house looked like. Just kind of a weird thing to say. But here we have the hauntress, who I just decided to keep the step pad there. It probably won't be staying there, but I decided to keep it there just for right now, because it looks like that you should be able to step on it, but it isn't working. And that's because I have her on the prop remote right now, and I can show her. Once again, you can see her much better in person than you can in the camera. I probably should have brought like a flashlight or something out with me. I'll remember to do that if I'm filming at night again. But I'll demo her one more time, and I'll back up a little bit. And we do have a weight on her, and like, we have even more than the recommended amount, and she still looks like that she's about to fall over, so yeah, I would demo her again, but you guys have seen her, and at the end of the day, that would just be for my own enjoyment. So that's actually about it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. Oh yeah, and the tombstones were removed again for landscaping, but if you do, leave a like, and remember, it's Halloween all year around here, even after October 31st. So be sure to subscribe. Anyways, that's about it. Bye, guys.